Well, good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. And this morning is all in with all of heaven. It's all in with all of heaven. That's what we're talking about on this morning. I got a word for you on this morning, and I really, really need to tap into what we ministered on yesterday, as well as the trailer from Friday. It's really something that is really weighing on me, and I really got to make sure that I drill down on it, that I don't leave you out there with bits and pieces of information, but the full understanding of what it means when we talk about spiritual warfare, and in particular, when we look at it through the lens of heaven. When we look at it through the lens of heaven. I know we often talk about spiritual warfare, a lot of people talk about it and all, but I'm really, really want you to see it in a very different manner, and that is all of heaven. All of heaven has your back. And that's what we're talking about on this morning. I'm going to greet some people in a minute, but I just want to let you know it's going to be a little bit longer than typical because I'm going to give you a lot more information with respect to this morning. All in with all of heaven. All in with all of heaven. Put it in the chat area. And also know this, that at New Life, and you can connect with us. I send out a discipleship email every day that builds on the sermon. So I love for you to connect, love for you to read that email, love for you to say, okay, I want to be a part of that as well, because I'm going to be dealing with this kind of all week long on this morning. So let's get with it. Let's greet some folk. Good morning, Dolores. How are you? Good morning, my neighbor from my hometown. How about that? Good morning, Joelle. How are you? Good morning, Brenda. How are you on this morning? Verena, how are you on this morning? I hope you're better, Brenda. Verena, I saw you sitting down while singing, prayers for that. Good morning, Cynthia. How are you? Samari, how are you? Vicky, how are you? Laura, how are you? Vaughn, how are you on this morning? Pastor Richard shouting out on this morning. Good morning, Liz. How are you on this morning? Valerie, how are you? Yolanda, how are you on this morning? How many of you went to church on yesterday? And if you did, what did a man or woman of God preach? Put it in the chat area. What did a man or woman of God preach? What did you get out of it? What did you get out of that? Good morning, Jacqueline. How are you on this morning? Dawn, how are you on this morning? Lenora, how are you on this morning? Uh, Deacon Joe, how are you on this morning? Brother Nesbitt, how are you on this morning? Francine, Elder Jan, it was good to see you. I know you were saying I'm hanging in there, Bishop. Thank you. Thank you for hanging in there. All of heaven's got your back. Good morning, Brother Bobby Pope. How are you on this morning? Carolyn, how are you? Star, how are you doing on this morning? Z, how are you on this morning? Fawn, how are you on this morning? This morning, I want to just kind of remind you in a way, because I want to build up on that. I'm going to be dipping in and out of that on that what I ministered, because I really want you to grab this. I don't want you to just get just a bit of information on spiritual warfare, in particular how I am teaching it with all of heaven that has your back. I want you to get the whole thing on this morning. Good morning, Teresa. How are you on this morning? Patrice, how are you on this morning? What a great morning it is. What a wonderful morning it is. Good morning, Linda. How are you on this morning? Brenda's daughter, how are you? Ann, how are you on this morning? Diane, how are you on this morning? Where did you go to church, and did the man or woman of God minister? What did you get from that? What did you get from that? Put the revelation that you got. Good morning, Gerald. How are you on this morning? James, how are you on this morning? This morning is all about us piggybacking, building on what does it mean when we say, who's got your back? And from a spiritual war point of view, then we're going to talk about all of heaven. So, how about that? Let's get with it. Let's just get with this morning's manna.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day.
All in with all of heaven. All in with all of heaven. Here's the text, 2 Kings 6:16, the New King James Version. So he answered, do not fear. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them. Same text, more revelation. The chaos of spiritual warfare, when fear creeps in and it feels like the odds are stacked against us. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Elisha's words to his servant echo across time from 92 BC or so to now. Do not fear. Why? Because the unseen realm is more real than what's visible. Heaven wasn't absent, it was armed. The mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire. And that's not poetic exaggeration, it was spiritual reality. I want you to grab this. So we answered the question, who's got your back? We said all of heaven, but I want to just keep talking about that and pressing in on that and know that you're going to get some discipleship emails diving deeper into that, to God's protection and his presence. We'll explore how the spiritual realm actively moves in favor of those who are faithful. Elisha's servant couldn't see it until his eyes was open. He that has ears, let him hear. The same is true with he that has spiritual eyes, let them see. The same is true when we come across the things that we have to deal with. Hebrews 1:14, and we've been dealing with that, reminds us that angels are ministering spirits sent forth to minister for those who will inherit salvation. That means heaven doesn't just have your back. It has an assignment because of you. God dispatches divine assistance for people in warfare. So I want you to get this. It's not the three things yet. I still want to give you a little more. So starting today, live like it, pray like it, walk like it, lead like it. Starting today, live like heaven has your back. Pray like it, walk like it, lead like it, because he has your back. Here's the three things I want you to get. Here's the three truths that I want you to really let sink in your spirit. Put it in the chat area so the revelation that you get, others can get it. One, God fights for us even when we don't see it. The presence of heavenly armies doesn't require your awareness, just your trust. I may not see it. I may not ever see it. But the manifestation is in my faith and my trust. Here's the second thing I want you to get. Fear fades when faith focuses. Let me say it again. Fear fades when faith focuses. What you focus on will determine whether you panic or praise. It's fight or flight. Should I say, is fight or praise. Here's the third thing I want you to get. Heaven moves at God's command, not your crisis. How about that? Heaven moves at God's command, not your crisis. Your distress is not the only thing that moves God. It's his love for you. He gave Jesus for you. So here's your takeaway. Your takeaway is this: you're not outnumbered, you're outbacked. How about that? You're not outnumbered because he has your back. More to come. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Have a great balance of the day. The Lord be with you. His face shine upon you. Give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning. with more morning manna. God bless you.